Am I here? Am I really here? Yay! Oh, thank you, Jamie. So, we have a lot of things to do today. But first off, before we get any soap started, I want some cookies. So I got these at the store the other day. and it's my birthday and I get to do what I want. So we're gonna make some Lisa Frank cookies to start off because I enjoy, oh, they're so bright. They're so shiny. They're all little unicorns. Some are a little squatty, but most of them look pretty good. All right. Open package of Lisa Frank cookies. Now, the one thing I am disappointed in these cookies is that they did not come with their unedible glitter. So I got some today so that I can put glitter on these, obviously. What age are we today? We are whatever age I want to be because it's my birthday. All right. Cookie, cookie, cookie. When I was little, these cookies were bigger, 100%. They used to come in a roll and you'd have to slice them yourself. But they have really fun ones now. A lot more intricate designs, or at least trying to be more intricate designs. They still kind of all end up looking like blob creatures, but that's okay. All right, so when I got this cake and cookie glitter, I was kind of looking up, and it's still just mica glitter. It's just like food safe mica, which is super weird. So it's just like my little spritzer, but it's tinier. So let's give them all, oh, that's a lot of glitter. Oh, a nice spritzing of glitter. Because that's what we do on this channel, is we cover things in glitter. Little shiny, a little bit. Not quite enough. More. Much better. I don't know if it comes across on screen because it is a very fine glitter. It's much more fine than my usual glitters, but it's there. Especially on the first two where it just went poof. All right. These are gonna hop into the oven and we're gonna start on our first soap. All right. Oh, of course I tossed away the packaging before I read how long I cooked these for. 14 minutes. 12 to 14. Undercooked is always better. 12. Go. All right. So, being as it is my birthday, we're gonna try a few new things today. And one of the things I wanna try is powdered oils. I've seen a method where for candle making, where they powderize the wax, mix it with baking soda, and then increase the amount of water that they usually would add to kind of bring everything down. And when they put it in a heat source, it actually puffs up almost like a cake, but then it hardens and you can drill a wick through it and turn it into a candle. So in theory, yes, Janie, I said powdered oils. They mix the oils with maltodextrin, which is just like a suspension mixture. So we're gonna see if the same method kind of applies to soap, because I've never tried it before and it's worth trying, so why not? So we've got our mix. I've got, oh, hi Grim, we're running around. I've got liquid oils and some water, which is supposed to help catalyze the reaction. And then I still blend it and do everything else the same, but we'll see. These were kind of expensive, so I'm probably not gonna do it again. I think they're like mostly used for like body powders and stuff, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. And for an experiment, we'll see what it does. They seem to be liquefying. They don't all seem to want to mix in though. Splatters. Always in the interest of science. Gotta figure out how this will work. Because I've made a cake soap before and it wasn't very good. The fragrance kind of went away quickly, and I didn't know at that time about what you looking for? My cup? Yeah. It's in the basket. Right there. I didn't know about discoloration, so my lovely vanilla cake very quickly became dark brown, but kind of smelled like Play-Doh in a weird way. And I don't know. I got a new blender head and I don't know if I like it. It's heavy. Oh, and it's short. No wonder it doesn't feel like it's mixing as much. Dude, look how short that is.
Tiny.
Can you put that in the sink? I don't like that. I'm going back. We've got our pan. So it had to be oven safe, and my normal ones are not. They top out at 300, and oven safe tops out at 450. So let's see how this does. And we're gonna bounce it flat. And I've had my oven preheating for a while, so this should be ready to go. And because this is a different consistency and feels really super weird and grainy, I am not gonna put that in the Falcon, just in case it like combusts or something. So we'll see. It looks like pudding. We're gonna set it on top of the oven for that heat, and then when the cookies come out, we'll let it sit in the ambient heat after the cookies. So reuse that energy. We'll see. It feels really weird, and there were not many articles on it. There was one lady on Reddit who's like, "This was amazing," and we all know how Reddit can be sometimes. Anyway, but since we have Miss Janie Flippin' Sue in the chat, oh God, hey, high roll on experimentation. I guess we'll see how it goes. So yeah, new blender, not a fan. But that's okay. I still have my old blender. It just heats up a little fast, so I'm a little worried it's gonna cause some problems, but it hasn't yet, so we'll do that. Hello, Aldana. So back to we have Janie Flippin' Sue in the chat, and Zulu and Janie teamed up and had Zulu commission this beautiful cup for me. All my little sudsies and so much glitter and all of our colors. I love it. It's absolutely adorable. I just love it. It's perfect. Thank you guys so much. And conspire might be a more appropriate term. Yes, definitely conspire, because I get the alert every time Janie goes on, and I'm like, oh, I'm at work. How unfortunate that I can't watch it. And well, it worked out in their favor because I couldn't watch it, so they couldn't watch me, or they didn't have me spoil their surprise as she made it on stream. But it turned out so cool. I love it. Let's see if I can get a little closer. all the glitter. They did this power wash so it looks like bubbles. It looks so cute. So this is my new friend. He will come with me to every market. My beautiful Sudsy cup. All right. We have another new soap recipe we're gonna try tonight. And one of the reasons we started late is because I realized I did my math wrong. And so we're gonna check on my corrected math and see if that is starting to do what it's supposed to do now. Don't want to get the math wrong when it comes to lye water. Too dangerous to get the math wrong. So this feels like it may have settled slightly improperly. Yeah, that's not fully dissolved yet, so that's not ready to go. Let's mix it a little bit. So I went full ice instead of half ice, half water to try and mitigate the heat a little faster. Let's hope I didn't add too much ice because that would be a new problem. It seems to be doing okay now, though. Oops, there's my fragrance oil for our first soap. I'm sliding these up. I feel like I have a lot of black space today. Lye. Oil. Old Faithful. More lye for next soap. A little bit of Grim. All right. So one of the things we're gonna make later, I just got these molds in. They're all little fruits. We're gonna be starting work on making the fruits for an Animal Crossing soap for the Soap Challenge Club, which technically I probably should have had done today, but I have another week. So we're gonna cram it out in a week. But that's not the first time we've done it, nor will it be the last time. We're gonna let that lye keep dissolving. Keep the oils over here. And we're gonna set up our pan. So this is a soap from Brambleberry. We are gonna be making cupcake soaps, which cupcake soaps have kind of gone out of style over the years. However, we have a reason. Big fan of the show Arcane, based off of League of Legends, and one of the most gut-wrenching moments where you're like, oh God, please don't let that be what I think it is, and then it turns out to be a cupcake. So I'm not going to tell you what the rest of the scene is, but it turns out to be a cupcake. So it is an iconic cupcake, and because of that, we're going to make it out of soap. So we have silicone cupcake liners, which should be good for soap. They are used by other soap makers, so that's what I'm following. And we're going to pour a base and then whip up the top and make frosting and treat it like a cupcake. For that, I have already made my cupcake toppers. Again, if you are familiar with the show Arcane, the cupcake is topped with a hex core. A hex core is a little bead of magical energy that glows and is sparkly and all sorts of special and super fun. So I mixed these up earlier because I wanted a chance to get them right, and we're gonna pop a couple out now and see if I did it. I noticed that some of the glow-in-the-dark powder sank, so we'll see if that looks okay. But so far, that looks pretty good. Glittery, layered. Let's see if I can charge it up. It is UV reactive. And I think it holds a glow. Let me turn off the big light for a second. Oh yes, that definitely holds a glow. So we'll hold it a little closer. Hold it and glow up at the top there just for a second. So that should work. But I know a few of these got like an actual drop of glow in the dark in them. So we're gonna pick the best ones and go from there. Oh, our cookies might be done. All right, let me go check on the cookies real quick. They need a minute. Our oven tends to run a little slow. So we're gonna pop these out and then inspect all of them under the black light and see who's the most reactive. And whatever ones don't end up in the soap, I'll probably save for another one because they're really pretty. I used the unicorn glitter in them to give them kind of that fragmented, kind of crystalline look. Most of it sank, but it tends to do that. There's one that definitely has a chunk in it. Set that aside slightly. I bought this new mold hoping it was slightly larger than my other orb mold, but I don't think it is. I think I could have just used that one. But, you know, I tried. But now I have two of them, so when I do boba soap again, I can just go back and forth between two of them. That one definitely has some glow in it. That one definitely has some glow in it. Aww, Zulu. That's so sweet. I love it. So glittery, as all things should be. Oh, are you finally done now, cookies? Let's go check on the cookies. Slightly brown on the bottom. Perfect. I'm gonna let those cool because that pan is very hot and we have things to do. Waiting for cookies. Yes, indeed. Waiting for cookies. Oh, thank you, Eldana. Maybe. This one has some on the edge, so that one's definitely got it in there. Ooh, I like that one. It's got a big flake of glitter in there. There's definitely some glow in that one. So I used a UV reactive mica as the base, so they should all have a slight kind of eerie tinge to them, but to be true hex cores, they need to be a little bit more. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that one's got a lot of glow in it. I know, I'll be there in a second. I forgot to turn off the timer. More glow. Oh, I should definitely have enough of ones with actual like drops of glow in it. I don't exactly know how many this recipe is supposed to make, but they gave me like proportions of what to reserve and what to pour, so we'll figure it out as we go. All right, Timer off. Are you happy, Evan? Let's check these. This one has glow, and I like this one. These three all glow appropriately. Yes. You. I gotta actually look at the actual pieces. That one's good. So 3, 6, 9, 12. I shouldn't need more than that. So we're gonna put the rest of these in a cup. If I drop or fail any of them, then we'll deal with that from there. But those are our contenders. But they're so pretty. I might add these to the Catwoman one as like opals or something. Arcane Orb. That sounds like a spell in D&D. I cast Arcane Orb. Contemplate. +3 damage based off of Martha's pearls. I actually have a mold for pearls for Catwoman. I bought 2 different pearl molds. This one actually like encapsulates it, but this one makes more of a string. But they should both be strings, but this one might be more stable. So we're gonna experiment with that probably later this week. Raid! All of my bubbly friends, come on in. Aw, thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you, Paulette. I'm sure I'm butchering that name. I know some of these names aren't actually meant to be said out loud. Hello, guys. Thank you for coming. We are prepping our next soap, which is our cupcake soap inspired by the cupcake tea party scene in Arcane. This is so cold. I'm not used to it. That's why I don't usually do full, but I think we're at a good spot. Okay. So, I set that down. We're going to add our lye water. We'll set our lye container aside. Hello, thank you so much, Craft. I really appreciate it. This is our birthday stream. We have made Lisa Frank cookies because it's a birthday stream. You can't have a birthday stream with no birthday treats. Then we made an experimental soap with some liquid and powdered oil, which is a really weird concept, but hey, they make powdered cheese, why not powdered oil? It's the same thing. And we're about to blend up the base for our cupcake soap. So, let's get moving. So we're gonna mix this up. See, it just feels so much more natural when it's all liquid. It's weird. It actually wants to work. Oh, thanks for the bits. Really appreciate it. Now Now, I'm going to take this off screen to go measure it out. I need to measure out like 40% of it. I have the numbers on the other table so that we can color and mix it for the base. And then we'll let the rest set up for the rest of it. Okay. So I need 595 grams. So there's my 500 grams. The rest is going to sit to the side. Forbidden liquid, no drink. Yes, definitely forbidden liquid, no drink. All right, so for the base, we're going to go with kind of a purpley brown because that's what it seems to be in the show. I don't need that. Why did I put that in there? More spatulas. I already used my first one. No, tiny spatula. There we go. Tiny spatula. But big ones for later. I want to save every drop because I don't know how much this is going to make. And I want to make a few of these because they're really cool if they work out properly. Okay, so I'm going to use a small amount of brown. This is a pretty dark brown, so I don't need much. And then I'm going to add a larger amount of purple. So we get kind of a purpley brown, which is the goal here. Now, the fragrance oil I used the first time around smelled cakey at the beginning, but then faded out really fast. So I consulted other soap makers and I have found a new blend. And I can already smell it in the packaging, or in the pot, and it smells amazing. And I'm very excited. It smells like an almond cake, which is my favorite kind when it comes to white cakes, like almond or almond and chocolate. So this should be interesting. Not thinking there's enough brown in there. A little more brown. Okay. I don't want to overmix this with the blender because I need to pour it. And I need level tops for everything. There, that's better. Okay. Now we're going to add half of our fragrance oil. That should do it. And that'll liquefy us a little more. Oh yes, Grimm's a big borker. It's more of a boof, 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 or bork, bork, bork than a bark, bark, bark. I'm feeling kind of lazy. I think I'll put my fireplace wallpaper on. It sounds cozy though, Ildana. I'm still getting a few clumpies, so I am gonna hit it real quick with the blender. Not getting clumps from the fragrance oil, just from my laziness. Alright. Scrapey, scrapey, scrapey. This color shouldn't affect the color I'm going with for the frosting, but I do need to pour off a little of the white before I do any of that. But that's okay, I have a plan. I want this to start setting up, so we are going to move it into the cupcakes here. That feels reasonable. Focus and concentration. It is thickening on me quickly. Not too quickly, but quickly enough that I gotta think about it. Patting things flat-ish quickly. I definitely filled more of these than others, but that's okay. We may be a cupcake shy, but our average batch gets us 10, so that's fine. We can deal with this. Well, that'll be fine. One shy, but that's okay. Oh, they won't bounce. All right. Cupcakes. Definitely cupcakes. Oh yes, I'm so sorry. Baker's anti-dozen. The Baker's Folly. Well, this will go back on the stack because I don't want to look at it. Let me grab another container to keep some white in. Just a little for drizzle. That should be more than enough. Don't need much. All right. Now, as they'll sit and firm up, we're gonna mix our frosting, or at least color it. But the way this is setting up, it shouldn't be too long for us to get there, actually. So, we're gonna use this kind of pinky purple called Flirt. We're gonna use a decent amount of it here. And we may need to augment it with a little purple. I have an exact color I'm kind of looking for, but we shall see. I think this should get us there on its own. Kind of a darkish magenta. And this part's staying nice and liquidy, so that's telling me that it's the fragrance oil that's accelerating a little bit, but that's okay because that works in our favor with piping. So then we don't have to wait all night to pipe it, like we do sometimes. All right, that looks pretty smooth. I'm actually quite pleased with that color. I don't think I need to augment it at all. And we can go ahead and add our fragrance oil in. Mix that in gently. Now, I'm not going to blend this because I don't need to. I'm not seeing clumps or anything. What are you looking for? Your emotional support water bottle is right there.
Yep.
Wait, come here, right here. I have to show you guys. I found this sticker on Etsy, and it's the greatest sticker ever. Do not pet, is what it says. So, that's Zulu's water bottle.
I don't listen. I pet it all the time.
Yep. All right, that's starting to thicken, so we'll let that thicken. We're going to grab our tall cup and prep a piping bag. Okay.
Wowie wowie.
Cereal cup, no.
Whatever, pal. We won't miss it.
All right, I got this. Let's grab a roll of super squeaky piping bag. And then I bought a new tip specifically for this because there's a certain look to the cupcake. And it's gonna kill me a little bit to do it because it's that I don't know how to use a piping bag look. But that's okay. But I do know how to use a piping bag, and it will hurt my soul just a little bit. It's a working water bottle, not a pet. Indeed, it is a working water bottle. It is a hard working water bottle in this house. Zulu is a water drinker, a big water drinker. All right, we're starting to get thick. That's looking good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me go look at these cookies. Are we cooling down? We're cool enough. All right. Cookies! Some of them still look like unicorns too. Wonderful, beautiful cookies. I'm going to set them down for a second because there's nothing bad in the area. And they're still warm, so I'm going to have one. So good. So special. Birthday cookies. Okay. Beautiful. Tasty. They will now be put away so that we can continue working with dangerous chemicals. Okay. It's a little too soft still, but it's almost there. It's doing a very good job. Very, very good job at doing what it's supposed to do and firming up. So, for this, I got some sprinkles. Stars and bars. Kind of a cute mix. Just a little bit. I wish I had a fireplace smelling wax scent. Definitely could do some good fireplace ones. There's some decent ones out there. So, this is a cute star mix. Not quite pastel, but kind of hinting at it. So, It should be fun. I think it's very, very much the color of like Jinx's graffiti everywhere. So it should add a fun element. There's kind of like sugar sprinkles in the picture of the one. But I don't want the sugar sprinkle look. So we're not going to do that. Yeah. Plus, sugar sprinkles on soap, they'll just be hygroscopic, meaning that they'll draw water into the soap, and we're trying to draw water out of the soap in our curing process, so that will just turn soupy and sticky and gross. I was hoping for a doomsday device or something. I mean, if you service it improperly, it could become a doomsday device, I suppose. All right, perfect consistency. That's gonna hold up to everything I want to put it through. And it's the perfect color. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And I can't wait to get this into the hands of a Jinx cosplayer so that she can hold it up, dance around with it, and then hopefully subsequently buy it, because I want it to go to a loving home. Wow, this smells like cake. I was a little skeptical of the mix that the gal told me, I'll be honest, but it smells like cake. Plus the smell of fresh baked cookies in the background probably helping it out a little bit, but that's okay. Every last drop. Okay. We've got that. We've got cupcakes. And do we have scissors to cut our piping bag with? Probably, but they're not within line of sight. There we go. There's some. Sounds good. I want cookies. You can come get cookies. Just remember, they're covered in glitter. Okay. Now we open our piping bag. Grim, stop licking your paws. Oh, I tell him to stop licking his paws and then he leaves the room. Gonna go tell Dad. Mom doesn't love me anymore. I'm sure of it. Okay. Please cooperate with me, Mr. Piping Bag. There we go. Okay. So this needs to be slightly off kilter. Ooh, I might have enough in here to make the last one all out of piped soap. Maybe not. Oh, maybe not. I will have a little extra, but not enough for a whole cupcake. So let's put it in the Falcon. Gotta have a bit of the birthday of the falcon. Let's make this whole part. And the cockpit. Perfect. Little bouncy to get it in there real good. And there's some more falcon. This one's almost done. We may finish this one tonight, but probably not. We're not doing a whole lot of like soapy soap, if that makes sense. Cookie break. Nom nom nom. Okay, we'll let this set up for a minute. Then we will use the last bit of our white here to do a little drizzle. And then we'll stick on some sprinkles and our hex gems, which some still need to be cleaned up. So I'm going to do that right now. Ooh. Before we get too far, let me wash this off though. Okay, that took longer than I expected, but that's what happens when you leave it alone for too long. All right. Let's do an ad break then. We are still kind of waiting for this to set up more. Tell me when the ads are back or done. Because you guys are the only way I'll ever know. Waiting on soap. I thought I had a small dish, and then I'm like, wait, I don't need a small dish. I'm just gonna shake these out onto the empty cup. Yay, empty cup. Okay. Let's see what we're doing. Are we back? I will assume we're back. I want to be back because it's ready for the next phase. Yay, we're back. All right, next phase, I'm going to take a little bit of white and drip it on the top. And let it just flow down naturally. just like icing. And then we can show these to all of the Moco community, and all of them and their pica will suffer. Oh, speaking of the Moco Maid community, hi guys! We're making cupcakes that you can't eat. Absolute perfect timing. Welcome on in. Thank you for joining us. We're finishing up frosting our cupcakes, and then we're gonna put a little hex gem on top. I've still got more icing, so I've got a couple of these that are lacking. All right. Not too bad. A little more over here. A little more over here. And I think that'll do it. Let's give everybody... Oh no, I want more on that one. I have places where sprinkles won't stick. We need sprinkles. Okay, that's better. We're gonna do some sprinkles. That should encourage it to settle even more. Those look way too delicious. Absolutely, by far, way too delicious. I firmly agree. However, no eating the soap. This is, usually Zulu is very firm in my, don't make soap that looks like food, but it's my birthday, so I get to do whatever I want today. Plus, these are based after Arcane, based off of League of Legends, so technically it's a convention soap, and people are gonna love it. And I'm in love with these sprinkles, very much so. I spent probably far too much time trying to pick out sprinkles for this because the sprinkles in the show are boring, and I know that if Jinx had access to these, she'd use them. All right. Still some blank spaces. All right, now we're gonna top everything off with our little hex gems. These are little glow-in-the-dark little toppers. Oh my god, this looks so perfect. I am so pleased. I may just have to keep one of these for myself forever. Just decorating cookies. Decorating cupcakes today. Da-da-da. And I pulled 12, but of course I didn't make 12, so that's okay. I didn't use them all. Reach for my black light. So they all glow so nicely. Ooh, and the sprinkles are a little bit UV reactive. Let's see if we can charge one of these up for a second. Ah, it does charge. But they're so cute! I am so pleased with these. Little arcane cupcakes. So we'll let these cure, then we'll peel them out of their molds. I may just leave them in the silicone. It actually looks really cute. But we may pull one out just to see. But I am very pleased how these have gone so far. And may do it again. Who knows? The little Hextech gem is so pretty. Alright, move these to a safe counter so they are not mistaken for the delicious cookies that we baked out of the package. And then we're going to move into our second soap. Well, second-ish soap. Yeah. I need to heat my oils back up because they have solidified because my counter is cold. So let's heat that up. Well, hello, Grim. I see you have brought me your dice. And you rolled a nat 20. Rather impressed. Perfect. Our oils are heated back up. We've got our... Ooh, that means he gets a treat. Except we didn't put a treat in his treat ball today, so... You'll have to give him one. Go to Papa. He's got a he's got... Listen. Oh, we're going to get the good stuff. That's right. All right. So, for this next piece, I need a couple things. Okay. So, we're going to be making a few embeds and pieces, and with this batch. So, I've got my titanium dioxide, I've got my mini cups. I have a moon, but where did I put the moon? That's a strawberry, that's not the moon. Where did I put the moon? There's my moon. I know I didn't put it far. All right. We got moon, we got cups, and we have a baking sheet to make meringues. Because of course we're making more food-related items on a show where we can't eat anything. Little non-reactive parchment paper. Tiny baking sheet goes over here. And I need my clippies for the moon. Actually, I don't need clippies for the moon because I'm just going to put the moon in here because that works. All right. I'm going to make a golden moon. So I have my gold and I should dilute that in some oils. Bring in a mixing cup. Put in a little olive oil. A little more. Olive oil, mixing cup, tiny pan in the way. Let's clear some clutter real quick. Move all this out of the way because we don't need it anymore. That gives us a nice safe place for that. We'll keep these up top. And we're not quite to this one yet, so we'll move it out of the way. And I'm done with my scissors for now. All right. Let's put some gold in our oil here. Want a decent gold. This is for our Sailor Moon soap. Little bit of mixy. Turn that gold real gilded there. Get that all incorporated so we don't have the clumping problem we had before. Kind of make a little thicker than a paste, or a little thinner than a paste, but not far off. Okay. Now, since those are done, let's mix up our soap. Add in our lye water. Set that safely aside. And let's get blended. It's a smaller amount, so we gotta turn it so that it keeps blending without getting many air bubbles in there. Mixy, mixy, mixy. Mixy, mixy, mixy. Almost. Whoop, air bubble. That's fine. All right. There we are. We will need to use the blender again in just a little bit, but we're gonna pour off for our gold here first. I think that'll do it. Nice rich gold, good saturation. A little bit more. There we go. And then we're going to very gently pour that straight down into our moon mold. And I made too much, but that's okay. All right, set that right there, and I don't want to touch it again until it's set. So that is a safe home for it. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else I can do with this gold? I can do pineapple, so I'll hold on to it. Move this over here. Move this over here. We're gonna mix up some micro colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there's not 8. There's only 6. And I don't need one for that. But I do. Okay. Okay. I have a couple colors. I have a couple more on the table. We're going to mix up some colors for fruit for our Animal Crossing soap. I need skewers for mixing. I've got red, I've got orange. I have one green. Where's my other green? my pink and my purple. Perfect. All right. So, we are going to do small amounts of color. Whatever is left in the cup is going to hopefully turn into clay. I should be able to make it do that. If not, we'll figure something else out. But that's where we are right now. Okay. I want, even though there's technically no grapes in the game, I want grape. Because there are grapes on this thing. And then I want peach. So I'm gonna mix this crazy orange with a tiny amount of pink. I think that will give me a good color. And then I'm also going to add some pink with some red. And then a full red. And then, you haven't found the grapes in Animal Crossing yet? I don't think there are grapes in Animal Crossing. Or at least they're like a decorative item. They're not like something you can grow on your island. I haven't been to my island in a while. You can make wine with them? I can make wine in Animal Crossing and nobody told me? Damn it, now I need to go back and play again. A darker green for reasons. Okay, I have peach, cherry, green apple, strawberry, pineapple. Okay, I guess I don't need this last one. That's fine. Okay, now I know you're pulling my leg because Tom Nook could not be bribed. All right. Let's start with our red. Mix up that pasty color. Beautiful. That'll move into our strawberry pinky red. So much mixing. Mixy, mixy, mixy. Beautiful. Take that into our peach. Then our purple. And because the greens are on a different level, we're going to give them their own. I was wondering how many messages it would take. Of course you did. See, we don't need trolls on this channel. We just have Zulu. And then our darker green. Hey Zulu, since you're a little bit of a troll, do you want to do me a favor and run into the soap room in the closet and grab me a couple of like 6 pipettes from the gray shelf in the closet? They're in a little baggie. Fine, get to pick which ones. Well, they are all the same, so go for it. All right, while he does that, we're gonna fill these up with soap. Soapy soap, soap, soap. Ooh, this is using up more than I was expecting. I may not have any for my white. That's okay, I'll just do the white fresh the day of then. And back in with my mixie, mixing up my colors. Takes a while with this little stick. Alright, we have our kind of murky green. That should be our kind of pear green. Little pipettes. They're in a baggie on the second shelf on the right hand side. There we go, starting to come up from the bottom. Ooh, this is my forearm workout for the day. There, it starts coming up. Perfect. Yes. Thank you. You are the best.
Ow.
Okay. Red. And this should be our red strawberry blend. Oh yeah. Whew. Sorry if I'm not talking and watching my fireplace. Oh, I totally understand. No need. Just enjoy me being silly. Okay. More of a strawberry red. It's close, but there is a difference. It's a pretty good peachy color. I'm not gonna mix it anymore if I don't need to, actually. And then get our grapes going. All of the mixy, 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 mixy. Okay, there we go. Nice and easy. So, I am going to take little pipettes and attempt Eldana should open a bunch of tabs, each with a YouTube video going to overload the CPU so that you can get heat from it too. Yay! Yes, indeed. Hey Donnie, got in the Dr. Pepper soap, was pleasantly surprised. It's not overpowering like I thought, which isn't a knock to you guys in a way. I thought it might be super strong. I'm so glad you got it in. Yeah, it's not like overpowering. It's like sniffing a glass of Dr. Pepper with ice in it. I am glad you guys like it. Alright, let's put some soap. So this isn't usually the kind of mold I use with my cold process, but it should work fine. But we're doing a soap challenge club, and I want to be super intricate, and so that's why I'm doing this. Even though it's going to be a pain in the butt the whole time. I got the Dr. Pepper soap streamed WoW on Ultra. Oof, streaming WoW on Ultra is rough. But yeah, we have more of our Dr. Pepper soap on the rack. It is curing. It will be ready in May, I think. I think it's our May release. This is super annoying, but it's working, so I can't complain too much. Alright, that one's done. I will not have enough for the falcon. Alright, gold. Let's make some golden pineapples. When I was in Hawaii years ago, I bought this beautiful little pineapple pendant necklace, and the pineapple itself was gold, but the top and the chain and everything were silver, and I loved that thing. I wore it until all the gold came off. Every time after that I was in Hawaii, which wasn't a whole lot after that. I always looked for another one, because I would love to have another one of those. It was so pretty. Yes, May 3rd for that group, indeed. At Eldana. The world needs more fire. Zulu, stop trying to burn down people's houses. It's not nice. Alright. That one I have dealt with now. Let's do a strawberry. Well, 2 strawberries. Ideally, these will turn into clay overnight, and then I can pop these out and then just hand press a bunch of these real quick. But we shall see. Sometimes it does not go as planned. Oftentimes it does not go as planned. But if not, then we will just make micro batches of soap and do this for the rest of the week, every single day. Alright, and we're going to go in. Yeah, I can use the same one for the cherry red. super cool to hang out with you guys. Cool projects today. Can't wait to see them ready. Happy birthday, all. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you around, I'm sure. All right, there's the end of that. And then we're going to go 1 red apple. We'll also do 1 green one because apples. Let's do grapes. Alright. Come on. It's thickening up on me, but that's okay. Alright, I got that one. Just a couple more. Your machine sounds like a beast. Oof, indeed. Do some peaches. Okay, there's that. We're gonna do a green apple, and these are technically tomatoes, but I plan on squishing them when they come out so that they become pears. Because I need pears. And I couldn't find any fruit molds that had pears in it. And that was super annoying. It's actually why I didn't do an Animal Crossing soap like this the first time I did an Animal Crossing soap. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Dada. Super appreciate it. We are annoyingly filling up tiny molds with tiny amounts of soap to make Animal Crossing fruits. And so far it seems to be working. Now we just have to hope it continues to work. One last one to fill, and then we're going to prep these to become clay so I can keep filling this for the rest of the week. All right. So, one way I can help these become clay is to add a bunch more olive oil. So we're adding more olive oil to everybody. Nice soft oil to keep our soap nice and soft. Yay! Okay. Now we're just gonna mix this in as best we can. We want it to be pretty loose. And then we're just gonna wrap them in saran wrap and call it a day. This should keep them extra soft so it's easy to work with. I don't always do this in my soap clay because I don't always need to. But my soap clay has been setting up a little hard, so I really want it to do this. I want it to work this time. Because I really don't want to make micro batches for the next 2 weeks. Or for the next 6 days. Because I will be finishing this soap up on Friday for our stream-a-thon thingy that we're doing. One way or another, whether these are done or not. So we shall see what happens. They'll get done one way or another, even if I do some with a little bit of melt and pour. But we'll get there. We must enter the Soap Challenge Club, and we must not enter with flowers because everyone's gonna do flowers. I refuse. I refuse to do flowers. Yes, of course, Janie. What is your question? What scents do you prefer in your bath bombs and soaps? I personally am more of like a fruity and or baked goods kind of person. So I like peach, mango, apple, almond, kind of cakey scents. Like I love our pumpkin spice cake. It's so good. I'm okay with the natural scents like florals and stuff, but it's got to be really good for me to really love it. Like I'm not a big fan of lavender, not a big fan of lemons. The lemon is nice and refreshing, and I understand why a lot of people love it. But when I go for myself, I go for the more fruity or unusual scents. Like I really like our pickle. It's really good. It's super unusual, but it smells good. It's refreshing and clean in an unconventional way. So, I'm a little all over the place. Oh, thank you, Cajun Dragon. That's why we work. Glitter appreciation and fruity. I'm not a floral at all. Give me grandma vibes. Oh yeah, floral. I work very hard on my florals to not have grandma smells. And sometimes I'll have people ask me for scents. Like I get asked for vanilla a lot. And I don't really like vanilla scented things. I think most of the time it smells so fake and kind of gross and kind of grandma-y. So I did a vanilla soap for the first time last year, and it was okay as far as vanilla scents go, but not my favorite. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm the soap maker, so I get to do whatever I want. And so I do carry things that other people like on purpose because other people are my customers, but it's difficult sometimes explaining to people, no, I'm not going to do that. Cajun is who recommended the king cake we got us. Ooh, that king cake was so good, Cajun. It was so good. So I love roses, but I have never found a rose smell I like that isn't an actual flower. I would dare you, maybe, to try our Rose Apothecary. I tried 3 rose scents before I decided on the one that we have, and I think it actually smells like the rose bush, like the plant, versus like grandma's perfume. So, of the roses I like that one. Because I personally also have always found rose to kind of be an overdone scent. It's Rose Apothecary. We just restocked it too. Okay, I need saran wrap for all of my little friends to get wrapped up here. It's right behind me, so I have to move my chair. Oh no, there's none in here. Is it the one on the counter? Nope, that one is empty. Are we out of cling film? I don't think we are. I thought I just used it the other day. If I was saran wrap that was left on the counter, where would I have been left? Taking a lap around the kitchen to find things because I can't find them on my own. That's the empty box that I just sat down. All right, looks like we're gonna use something else. I'm not finding it. Yeah, let's see if we can send him a link. Zulu sent you the full spec. Same, but man, the ones at the local grocery store are so bad. All of the ones in Houston are terrible. I have yet to have a good one locally. Those are crackers. I don't want crackers. Aha! Someone took the cling wrap out of its box. That was not me. No wonder we have an empty box. That was confusing. I am no longer, well, I am slightly less confused. Yeah, the ones we get at Walmart here are bad. Yeah, that's how all of them are in Houston, unless you get them at, like, there's like 2 bakeries in Houston that are supposedly good, but I haven't had them. And I'm always a cake snob. All right. Squeeze. Squish. And make a little parcel. Squeeze all the air out. And twisty, twisty, twisty. And then, of course, more layers of twisting, just to keep it safe. And perfectly airtight. There's one. Look, you just volunteered. Here's 2. Roly, roly. Roly, roly, roly. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. Of course not, you know? Sometimes it's usually technology's fault. Usually. Slenderman, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. We are wrapping up some soap clay in the making, and then we're going to start on our next little project of the night, which will be our last little project of the night. And we're going to check on our experiment and see if it's puffed up like we want it to. So what got you interested in soap? I have always been one of those kids that's like interested in soap and like fancy pretty soap, and at the farmers markets and stuff in California there's always someone making like pretty shiny glycerin soaps and things. And so we would I would always buy those, and then as a kid I would do like melt and pour glycerin soaps and things like that. But then, as an adult, I started watching Royalty Soaps and Ophelia's Soapery and other places like that on YouTube, and the really fancy, like, cold process soap and stuff like that. And over the pandemic, I was super bored because even though I work in healthcare, I was not front lines, so we were furloughed to make money for the front lines. And I had a lot of time on my hands. So I used it to start making soap. It was a lot of fun. And quickly jumped from, oh, I'll just make this soap, to now I have like 150 bars of soap in my house. I should probably start selling these. Yeah, that's kind of how it started. I think that's how a lot of people started small businesses during COVID, though. A lot of small businesses, a lot of new hobbies. different things like that. No tipping. You know, there's only so much Animal Crossing you can play. Got up to about 400 hours, and then I was like, maybe I should do something else with my time. Maybe. Not entirely. I still play from time to time. It's been a while, though. My Islanders are all probably think I'm dead. And they'll make terrible jokes about it when I do come back. Last little baggie, all wrapped up. All right. These are all wrapped up nice and safe. I'm going to put them aside, literally just right here, so I can poke them every time I walk past. And then we're gonna add some color to the falcon with this last bit because it's not quite set up yet. We have our gold and we have this. So let's pull in our falcon, and I think we're gonna finish him off because this is not quite enough to do the other thing I wanted to do with it, so we might as well turn it into falcon. All of the gold soap out. And then I want to add more color to this one because it's got like weird dark colors in here. So let's do this neon pink. That'll be our color for this one. Mixy, 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 mixy. Wow, that really loosened up when I started mixing again. And let's get this in there. Oh yeah, this definitely finishes out this falcon. Bounce that bottom flat. Beautiful. Nice and easy. All done. All right. Whew. I need to clean this up real quick. All right. Let me rinse off this container real quick. And then we'll check on our weird experiment oils. Ah! So many bubbles cleaning up soap. That should do it. I have a special new container for the new kind of soap we're going to work on in just a second. We're going to move this out of our way. Oops, I never used that, so I'll put that away. Nothing like having glass sitting out on the counter. I'm going to move these out of our way gently. Little cleanup period. Because we can. Alright, I want you. I want both of you. And we'll throw all of these away. And we'll rinse this off because we want to be nice to Zulu, who has to clean these later. Well, who gets to clean them later? I don't know. It is a privilege to work with me, maybe? Change out my gloves and clean up a couple more things. Oh, the peppermint bark. Zulu is still jealous that he did not get to keep a piece of the peppermint bark. Cookie break. Nom nom. Safe. Soap. Squiggles. Okay. New guy. That goes away. Alright. We are reorganized. And with that, so with the our experiment with the powdered oils and everything, the process with candles, instead of taking 8 to 12 hours, only takes about 20 minutes, and it seems to be having a similar effect. So we're gonna take it out of the mold because it looks crazy, guys. It, like, I don't know how to describe this. Like, it puffed up, not very evenly. So that's probably more of my mixing or something. But, whoop. So it's puffed up. It's springy. So we gotta let it finish cooling down. Probably, we'll see where it is. I don't know. This is so weird. We'll see. No, we don't cook food here. This is fluffy. Well, the process that I've tried to copy is baked candles. But we tried a process here, and this is weird. I don't know how I feel about it. It's really springy. I didn't like the texture of the batter of the soap. So we'll see. Let's move on to something that I am somewhat familiar with. I'll do one of those, and some of this, and some of these, and some of this. I don't think that's going to work, because that's what I've heard. It's not going to work. Okay. Yes, we did do cookies earlier today. That's why I'm occasionally saying cookie break. Because cookies! These are the Lisa Frank Pillsbury cookies. And they're the Pillsbury sugar cookies. They are what they are. But they're tasty. So I'm not going to complain. Alright. Gloves back on. Because I've played with this stuff a little bit and it's super sticky. Oh, I meant to scent these. Do I have the scent here with me? I should. used it recently. Yes, I do. All right. Yummy gummy. We're making some gummy bears, guys. We're making soap gummy bears. I was inspired by Lush. They did a soap gummy bear for their like exclusive like collection. And I'm like, I can do that better than they can. Probably not, I'm gonna be honest. Gummy jelly soap is kind of a controversial base because it's like not super great and is apparently hard to work with, but I've never worked with it before, so we're gonna try it. So I have a few colors for gummy bears and we're gonna try it out. All right, so let's cut some of this. Oh, this feels weird. See, we're just experimenting with all sorts of textures tonight. All right. So this is our gummy jelly. That's so cool. So we're gonna plop that in the container here. That's so weird. So my goal, I have these bigger gummy bears and then I have the little ones. So my goal is to do like one of each color, have the big ones and then however many of the little ones. So we're gonna start, let's start with grape. Or purple, should I say, because it's not really grape, it's just the color. Just a little color, because a little should go a long way. And we're gonna heat it up. Apparently this stuff moves really fast. So we'll see if we need to reheat, how long we need to heat it for. There's gonna be some trial and error here as we figure this new stuff out. But we'll go as we go. All right, microwave. So I'm starting with 30 seconds, but I'm gonna check it at 15 because that's usually all the little guys need for melt and pour. Still jelly. Got my pipette for color, or for scent. And got my weird spatula here for everything else. Okay, it's starting to dissolve. Not quite dissolved yet. A little longer. We'll give it, I'm gonna give it a full 30 again. Because we want it very liquidy because it sets up fast. So gotta keep, birthdays are for blowing stuff up. I mean, experimenting. Hey, I haven't set the kitchen on fire in 2 years, so we'll be okay. Oof, we overflowed because we overheated a little bit. We are drippy. I should have checked it at 15 again. That's okay. We'll make this work. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is setting up quickly. I can already feel it. So we are going to very quickly put in our small amount of fragrance oil. Mixy, so that color is more evenly distributed as well. Oh, it smells good. And then we're going to, oh, that's hot. Hot. we're going to try to pour it into one of these little guys. Ah! Go in. No, stop. No, it's already glopping up. Or is that me because I scraped down the sides like I'm used to? Probably me. Note to self, do not scrape down sides. Okay, we filled it. Let's see how many of these guys we can get before we melt down the sides again. Oop, glop. I was worried this wasn't going to be enough to get a decent number, but it seems to be working out. All right, this is setting up already, but oh my god, this texture. So we're going to plop everything extra that's not in our mold, including all this stuff that overflowed on the sides, back in and melt it down again. And probably get a couple extra gummy bears out of it. Oh, this texture is really cool and weird, but really cool. It's really disturbing how often I think about how these would taste. Not for eating! Not for eating indeed. Oh, yep, go for another ad break. Oh, I boiled it on accident, but that's okay. It'll give me more working time. And that's it. All right. I am going to let this cool off for a minute because it's going to be easier to peel it off than it is to make another one. I sort of forgot about this a while ago. I should really send this to Q. These would make for good lyrics for our song. Indeed. Q is working on a song for us for all of the people who want to eat our soap. Because all of you want to eat it. So these should set up really fast. I should be able to take these out tonight. Like, shortly. I really need to see what movie that eating the soap scene is from because it is simultaneously hilarious and disturbing. So we need to figure this out. Just peeling out film. This is so weird. I'll put it all in a cup. Oh, I looked it up before. I need to look it up again. Indeed, you must look it up. We have to figure out what this weird movie is. Oh, it's all trying to kind of come out as one now? Ooh, that looks super gross in there now. Super weird. Okay, that one is done. Let's grab our next block of gelatinous goo. Yeah. Perfect sense. Okay. Let's go radically different next. Let's try to open this with our sticky hands. There we go. That should be enough. Perfect sense. Interesting. We will have to watch this movie and report back. Oh god, this is totally our type of movie too. Oh no. A chef and a scientist fall in love as an epidemic begins at... Oh wow, this is definitely up our alley. Intriguing. Okay. 30 seconds and then wiggle it. And then 15 seconds and then we'll do the rest. Oh my god, they're still warm, so I'm not going to pull them out yet. Oh my god, this is so exciting. I've wanted to try jelly soap. There's some other like jelly soap brands and stuff that I could try. Because usually people don't make this stuff from scratch. You can, but apparently it's a pain in the butt. And we're not into things being a big pain in the butt here. All right. 15 seconds. No longer, because longer gave us weird results. Well, not weird. We expected that. It boiled over. That's what happens when things get too hot. Are you liquid? No, we're not liquid. Hot, 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 hot. We're not fully liquid, but we're gonna mix in the colorant. So that it can basically boil into it. Few more seconds. Okay, boiled up that time, so it should be good to go. We'll add our little bit of fragrance oil and give it a little mix again. Hello, May. Welcome in. It's, well, technically yesterday was my birthday, but today we're celebrating, and I'm making gummy bears out of soap. Very, very carefully. Okay. Now we're going to fill these in. Less gelatinous it feels like this time. Okay. Cleared that out pretty well. We'll let this cool down for a second and then go from there. Paper folder, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, happy anniversary, May. It's my wedding anniversary. Congratulations all around. Indeed. Yes, paper folder, tell us, what were you up to tonight? We're waiting for our little pot here to cool down, so we have a few minutes as our gummy bears set up. What were we up to today? Making some modular origami. Created 3D cubes today. Oh, that's super cool. I used to love doing origami in class in school when I was supposed to be paying attention, but I definitely wasn't. Yeah, if you have something to show us off, we want to see. We like showing off here. Like these weird gelatinous cups as they cool so that we can clean it out. It's still pretty warm on the bottom. I'm surprised it's letting me roll it this well. Woo. 3. I must have missed something. 3. What have we missed? What have I missed? It looks like troll bogies. Yeah. Did anybody else have like that weird like metal and light configuration thing that like made dolls and creepy crawlies and stuff like that? May's wedding anniversary, 3 years. Oh, that's awesome. Ooh, these ones molded back together. Jiggly, jiggly, jiggly. Oh my god, those are so cool. This feels like a really big block. Do I have enough molds to keep doing this? Well, I guess I can start pulling out the purple soon. Alright, what color do I want to do next? I want to do pink next. Ooh, new Instagram, so shiny. Started everything today. Well, today is a wonderful day to start things. Indeed. All right. Let's go heat up and make some pink. Full 30 seconds. Get out a little plate here, because is the purple still warm? Or is it just my perception that it's still warm? Yeah, it's still a little warm. We'll let that keep cooling. So, don't need my plate yet. Alright. Starting to melt. Give it a little mixy. To try and get that color in there sooner. Ooh, so jiggly. Just learned how to fold a paper cut. Yes, indeed he did. And he did a very good job. microwaving the soap. A little bit longer on the soap. Almost too long on the soap, but we stopped it in time and it didn't make a mess. Now we're going to add a little bit of fragrance. And we're going to mixy, mixy, mixy. Oh, there's still a chunk in there. That is not ready. Back into the microwave. Because it is indeed not ready. There's a little chunk in there. But we check it quickly because it's hot. Not boiled up yet. Nope, don't stop doing that. Okay. Okay, boiled up again. Let's see if it's fully melted. All right, we are fully melted. We are going to attempt another pour. Slow and steady. All right. So many gummy bears. They're so cute. All right. All poured out. Now we'll let this cool down for a little bit and go from there. All right, back to reading for a minute. So I need a glove break, so I can't touch things. Honored to be your first Insta follow too. Oh, we are indeed. I was just browsing the makers and crafting category, so I was celebrating a birthday, so I had to come in and raid. Well, I super appreciate it. Definitely having some birthday fun on the soap stream tonight, and getting some things going. My gummy bears are almost cool. My purple ones are almost cool. The green is still warm, and of course I just poured the pink, so that's not surprising. I set some soap aside earlier. Let me see if it's set up enough, because our big soap loaf seems to be just about cool. Like, super weird why it would be, I don't know. The baking soda must be doing something funky with the chemistry. But I mean, it's like, it looks fine, but we'll see. We shall see. Let's see. I intended to kind of frost it into like cake bars, and I might be able to do that tonight. This container's way too narrow. Let's move it to a different one, so I can actually whip this frosting like they say I can. Okay, so I know I have a whipping whisk somewhere, but I never use it, so I don't mind using it. That'll work. I never really use it for cake because I prefer to hand whisk everything because I'm fancy. So we'll use that, but we have more to do. Are we cool enough yet? Oh, we are. Okay. Back on with the gloves. We'll clear this out and we'll do the next one. I think we'll do orange next. So, just kind of push it down and it just rolls down the sides. This is so much easier to clean than melt and pour. Honestly, my favorite to make is paper planes, but cranes are always a classic. I've always wanted to do one of those like crane chains where you like fold a bunch of them and like turn it into a garland. I saw some at a monument that was given as a gift one time, and I thought they were absolutely gorgeous. I'm like, I want to do that. So maybe someday I shall. Woo. Every time I pick up one of these blocks, it's so much bigger than I was expecting it. It's just so jiggly. So jiggly. Oop, I dropped a jiggly bit. Okay. Orange this time, like I said. This was zero help to us, so we're getting rid of that. Oof. Dusty. All right. Orange and into the microwave for more riveting microwave content. All right. And it is spinning, 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 spinning. Being microwaved. Wonderfully. Pick this little gummy out of here. So there's a gal I follow on Instagram now who does pretty much entirely jelly soaps. And she does amazing stuff. All melt and pour or jelly. And it inspired me to try these alongside seeing the Lush release, which looked like it was kind of a joke because it was this poor big gummy jelly bear squished into a little container. But it was pretty cute. All right, most of the way there, we're gonna give it a mix again to help it go. I browsed your Instagram and saw some of your work. Love the Pokeballs. I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. Oh, thank you. I hate the Pokeballs. No, I don't hate them. They're a lot of work and they're really annoying. But they look so good, which is why I keep making them, and people love them. So I will continue to make them. But it is a labor of love, more of a toil of torment, somewhere between the two. Oh, nope, I spilled it again. Oops. I was getting better, and then I got distracted by the music for a second. That's okay. It's a new material. I don't know how to work with it yet. I'm figuring it out as I go. Fragrance oil. Mixy, mixy, mixy. Indeed, the things we do for love. Mixy, 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 mixy. It's so hot and so sticky. Yeah, it's sliding out of my hand. Oh no, my pink lost some height. I wonder why. Well, most of it's fill. So we'll slide that back. Take this over here and fill a couple. Alright. I'll let this cool down a bit. Oh, we pulled quite a bit off of there. And honestly, there might be enough to justify remelting this one. Pink's just been hitting the gym. Nothing wrong with that. Of course not. Of course not. We're going to need you in some streams where we make them. We're only really familiar with Gen 1. Okay. Zulu is only really familiar with Gen 1. I am the complete Pokemon noob. I am aware of whatever ones I like. And that is entirely based off of artist aesthetics. Ooh, this is warm and sticky. So warm and sticky. We'll let that keep being warm and sticky over there. And we are going to gently take out our purples so that we have more room in our mold. How we're going to take out our purples, I am not entirely sure. I did not think that part through. Oh, there he comes. Oh, look at him. Look at his little jiggly face. Jiggy, jiggy, jiggy. Jiggly face. Oh, he's perfect. Little bottom heavy, but I think that's just the mold. Give me your face, you jiggly gummy bear. They feel very delicate. Like when I just poke them, they feel like they might be firmer than the jelly in the thingy, but they're not. Well, thank you for stopping by, Paper Folder. We really appreciate it. And good luck on your journey with us here on Twitch and the relative insanity that is our own channel. You're welcome back anytime. And you have a good night, some good sleep. And say goodbye to the jiggly gummy bears. They're so jiggly. Alright. This is cooled down now, so we can peel that off. And drop it on in. Ooh, it's so slimy a feeling and looking. I mean, yes, that's more gummy bears, but I want to move on to the next color. Where do I want to stop there? What time is it? It's 9:49. You know what? I think I am going to stop there for tonight. I may do more of these. No, I'm going to do more of these. I have all of this. But that will be another day. So we'll let these finish setting up. Let these finish setting up. Let these finish setting up. And we'll put this mold away for today. And we're going to revisit our weird little experiment. So I skipped the extra soap out of the measuring cup because I don't think that it's gonna do what I want it to do in a measuring cup. I want it to fluff up like frosting. Let's see what that does. What were the surprises? Jelly soap, cupcake soap. Now we're gonna attempt to whip this soap, which, wow, it has a lot of air bubbles already. I'll go grab one of my cupcake soaps though. They turned out so good. We're trying out this new weird baked soap, I'm gonna call it, because it's taking after the baked candle trend. Like, here's our arcane-inspired soap cupcake with a glow-in-the-dark hex core on top. It looks just like the scene in the show. I'm very happy. Let those finish curing though, because they're still a bit soft. Okay, so I have my blender here. I thought I had an attachment for my stick blender, but apparently I do not. So we're gonna use this one because I never use it, and I won't miss it if it turns into a soap item. Squish. Weird textures all over. It's whipping. Oh wow. It's working. I don't know. None of this makes sense. But that's why you gotta trust those experts, I guess. I think that's enough. It's not getting any bigger. Okay. Yeah, the temptation just to lick this is really high. But no, that's dangerous. We do not lick the soap. Let's put this aside. Move all of our colors out of the way. I'm gonna move our gummy bears out of the way as well. They're looking good. Don't want to risk messing them up. Okay, so my thoughts with this thing, if it will let me do it, was to basically cut it like a cake. So let's see if it'll let me do that. Because like, it's supposed to be light, so it like won't squish out the center. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome in! Welcome in on the raid! Thank you so much everyone for coming in. We are gonna cut this experiment we've done today and see if it's gonna let us treat it like cake or if it's gonna start behaving like soap. Oh, it's super soft. Don't squish. Don't squish. It's your birthday too! Ooh. Okay, that's super weird and fluffy. But it's still like, it smells soapy. I don't know. I don't know. Where's my tool? There it is. Okay, well, I'll see if it'll let us do what I want it to do. Soap is thick enough and airy enough. Doesn't spread quite as easily as frosting would. I don't want to rip it. Alright. Nope. Not spreading very far. Okay. I'll leave it in a little bit so it doesn't like crush when I put the top on. Like, let's like square this up a little, I guess. Oh, the edges are really fragile. Okay, maybe not. Oof. Okay, maybe this is not working exactly as I thought, but it's close enough. Okay, I will settle with that. It's kind of still gummy up here. Maybe it wasn't ready. Maybe I got overzealous. But still, it's gummy. That's so weird. Okay. Grab the world's squeakiest plastic bag. And grab our French tip here. Cut our frosting. Bag and load it up before it gets any firmer. The cake scent blend that she gave me is really working out though. It really smells like cake. Like, I've bought several cake scents and they're all terrible. Every last one of them. But this one's good. This might have to stay in the rotation. Okay. It's setting up firm. All right. Oh, is this gonna crack on me? Because it's like gummy, but the edge is crumbled. It's holding up. I don't know. This is so weird. All right. Let's pipe the top. Oh, of course I don't have enough frosting, so I didn't reserve enough soap. just barely. That way you can kind of see the top, because it's kind of weird to see it looking so fluffy. That'll do. All right. We'll bring back in these sprinkles because they're perfect. I actually really like that. That'll look really cool cut. Yeah, we're taking a technique from candle making and kind of converting it. Okay, that looks good. And of course, I got some other little sprinkles here because why not? And then, of course, we must spray. Oh yes, all of the glitter for the birthday cake. Woof. Yes, I'm ready to see some cross stitch. Ooh, I definitely just sat on my mixer. Let this set up for a minute, or 10, or poke it in a second and see how it's looking. Oh my god, it's so intricate. That's crazy. Needs more glitter. But wow. I guess if you think about it, like cross stitching could be like pixels. So I see how it's possible. Well, it's a little unstable. Let it sit for a minute. But that's absolutely gorgeous. More glitter. All right. Those are really cool. Let's let this set up for a bit because it's already like firming up. But let's pull out one of these big gummy bears. Ooh, gentle, 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 gentle. Okay. Again, very gently pulling things off because everything is fragile. All right. Well, hello. Welcome in. So we've got our gummy bear soaps here. And I've heard letting them air dry overnight helps them get a little more gummy bear-ish. So we're going to do that for sure. Let's see. Oh, he's perfect. Look at him. All of his jiggliness. He's so cute. Oh, yes. You are still a little warm, sir. So I'm actually going to put him back into his little bear retreat because obviously he's holding on to more heat than the other ones were. So they are not fully ready to come out because like green is still warm, orange is very warm, so is pink. And he's still a little warm. But they're so jiggly. Yes, they're jiggly little soaps. They're so cute. So jiggly. Little gummy bears. All of them together, they're dancing. I love it. I love them so much. They're the cutest. There's no recovering from the cuteness. All right. Let's see. What do we need to do? So we made our soap cupcakes, which let me go grab a couple of those. Grab the one of those that I've already taken out. I don't want to like fully demold them because they are still curing or still setting, still saponifying. So we have our gummy bears. We have our soap cupcake. This can go in the wash. We made some cookies, the Pillsbury cookies, that were so cute. And we made the clay and poured the first of our Animal Crossing fruits. So we're gonna make a little fruit basket soap out of all of those. And then, let's see here. Let's see if this will let me do what I want to do. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do for sure. Come on. Come on. Do the thing. Or lack of do the thing, I guess. Touching soap. Pull down your gloves. Okay, there we go. Now we have gloves again. So now we can touch the soap again. Ah! Pinky! Come on, get with the game. Alright. So, because this is a different texture, I can't use my soap cutter on it. So we're gonna very gently move it and see if it's gonna let us cut it. It's soft, but the bottom's hard. Oop. Okay. That looks pretty good. Let's see here. I mean, that looks cakey, right? It tastes like cake too. Could use some milk. It's a soap cake. No, guys, we've been making cake because everyone's always saying, "Oh, your soap looks so edible." So I made my own birthday cake. And it's delicious. Zulu, do you want some cake? It's good. Thank you guys so much for joining us today with all of this. We've had a lot of fun. Come here, Zulu.
Some cake.
Come have some cake.
I ate Irish Spring one time. It wasn't good.
Cake!
Why did it taste like salt? No. No, I'm getting this cake.
All right, Dream, you can't have cake. It's chocolate cake.
Nope. I'll have one of these gummy bears too.
No, those are actually soap. Everything else we made today is soap.
Even the cupcake. This is actually soap.
Yep. So, thank you for indulging me in my fun tonight, guys. But even the glitter, like, I bought a blank one of my sprayers that came completely empty, and we used edible cake glitter, and it comes in its own duster. Like, I ended up buying gold because I'm like, oh, maybe it's the same thing, but it's not. Well, it's the same stuff, but it's not the same sprayer. So I needed my sprayer so that all of you would know that it's exactly the same, but it's just an empty one. So you should have trust issues. We just sprayed a whole cake with glitter and we'll continue to do so, but it's worth every moment. And now I have cake. So I can't really complain. The logistics of never having cake touch whatever soap touched has been the most hard part of this whole thing. To be completely fair. However, entirely worth it. And making the cookies at the beginning to set you guys off on the, hey, did I just hear an oven beep? Yes, you did. We made cookies. This has been a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This Wednesday, we're gonna work on some Mario bath bombs because we finally got our stuff in, and we are going to. Oh, I touched something. When did I touch that? Oh, that touched there. Okay. We're safe. We're still safe. I saw soap got touched by something and there's food out, so we want to make sure nothing has cross-contaminated because soap is still in the dangerous phase right now. And we are being very careful, but it's okay. Yes, Wednesday we're going to be doing our oh my god, my brain. Our mold should be in by then. I just thought about that. Our mold is not technically in yet. But we'll figure it out. If not, we'll change it up to something else. But we got our Mario figurines in to do our Mario bath bombs. And we will have lots of fun with those. And then we might make something else. Thank you for indulging us in our silliness of making a soap cake and a cake soap. Like, this has been in the works for a couple weeks and we've been having fun with it. And I knew to sell it we had to go with the sprayer. Had to. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Zulu, let's see who's out there in the world that needs to be rated so I can sit and eat my birthday cake. I should have gotten milk. That was a downfall. You have options for me. Oh, so in our house, we have the fun yet horrible birthday tradition of whoever's birthday it is gets to decide everything that month. And that means whether you want to or not. So the debate of, oh, where should we have dinner? I don't know. Where do you want? Suddenly, you don't get to play that anymore. You have to make the decision, or one doesn't get made. And it's a double-edged sword. You get to do everything, you get to make all of the decisions, but you have to make all of the decisions as well, which isn't always as fun as you might think it is. All right, who are my options, Zulu? Who have we got? disgusting. I also got really lucky that I already own an immersion blender, because I feel like that would have been a dead giveaway too. Ooh. Good night. Thank you so much. Is the music streamer cute? It's not cute. In that case, in honor of having fun with everybody and making cake, let's go to the cake decorator. Feels like a linear move, the right linear move. Grim, stop it. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday, and see you then.